Hi, it's Gwen from Hummingbird Tarot, and today I'm doing a video response to Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. Today is day 8, and it's the top 5 tarot decks that are on your wish list right now. I have quite a few, but I'm going to include an oracle deck because I really want an oracle deck too, and that'll just be my top 5 decks that are on my wish list right now. So the first deck that's on my wish list right now is the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. All of the decks that I mention in this video, you can find links to them down in the description, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in finding out more about any of these decks. And this one, I've been looking at this deck for years, and I've got an image pulled up on my computer here so I can follow along here. I'm going to show you some pictures off of their website here. So I'm buying myself the tuck box edition because there's a nicer one with gilded edges, I believe, and then you can have a nicer box, but I usually take most of my decks out of the box anyways and just keep it in a bag, or I have it sitting on my tarot shelf while I'm using it. So the box to me isn't as big of a deal unless I'm traveling with it, although if I have a choice, I do like the nicer box, but the nicer box is like 20 bucks more, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pay for that just for a box. But the thing that I really like about this deck is the personality of the deck. It feels very beachy to me, and the artwork is very cool. You can see on the screen here, there's some screenshots that they've included on, this is the Dame Darcy website, and you can see the art looks almost like it's done with watercolor or maybe markers. I'm not sure what the medium was that she used to draw it, but I just like the whole look of it. And the back of the deck has this really cool, it's got the ship's wheel on it and this really pretty blue. I really like the way it looks, and the colors the whole deck feels very calming to me and very, very chill. And I've been eyeballing this deck for years, and I think this year is probably the year I'm going to go ahead and get it. That's deck number 1. So the next 2 decks that I want are from this new company that I don't know how you pronounce their name, DeBrigh, D-A-B-R-I-G-H, and there's 2 decks from them that I want. And one of them is called the Lustrous Tarot, and I don't have any of these decks, so I have just pictures that I was able to capture online that I'm sharing here. But the Lustrous Tarot, I don't know why, but I can't seem to get enough Rider-Waite-Smith traditional image decks, and I guess it's because I still haven't found, I guess the one that's the closest to what I would consider perfect and exactly what I'm looking for is the Universal Weight, the small, the new version that's out, and it's in the blue box. It's just called the Universal Weight, and I have the older version that I use in my RWS Versus series videos, and then I also have the pocket edition that's in a blue box, and they're so different. They're the same images that were both colored by Mary Hanson Roberts, and here's the back of the deck, and I've shared this in some of my other videos. I really like how clean the images are in this, how crisp the edges are. The photographs of these is a much better version than the Universal Weight, and so this deck here is the closest to what I consider a perfect Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. But I was really drawn to the Lustrous Tarot, and the thing that I liked, I'm sorry my chair seems so loud today, but the thing that I really liked about the images on this deck are that it's the exact same images from Pamela Coleman Smith, but they seem much more three-dimensional, and you can see by the screenshots that I'm showing you what the pictures look like. And I really like the back of the deck, what it looks like too. And then there was another deck of theirs that I noticed also, and it's called the Original Tarot deck by DeBry. I'm just going to assume that it's called DeBry. And this one, it has a linen finish, which I really like. I'm not a huge fan of the glaring yellow color. That just the yellow is just out of control on some Rider-Waite-Smith tarot decks. But the drawings on the images, I saw a review of this deck, and the images are just, it's a crisp, much more crisp drawing of it than I've seen in other decks. And with the linen finish, I just really liked that. And so I want this deck too. So that's my third deck there. The next one's kind of silly, but I really want the Bob Ross quotes. It's a deck of playing cards, but I've seen people use it as like an oracle deck, as oracle cards. I really loved his show, watching his show on PBS when I was growing up, and totally appreciate some of those quotes. He's just so positive, so upbeat. I love the vibe that he sends out, and so I just thought it would be fun to get that and try to use that deck as maybe one card pulls for myself that I'll put out on a daily basis, use them, maybe do some spreads like an oracle deck, or use it in conjunction with tarot, like I do with most of my oracle decks. And so I'm almost embarrassed to say that one out loud, but I just love the idea of this deck. And when I heard about it, I was really excited about it. I just recently found out about that one, so that has been a recent addition to my list. And then the deck number 5, the last deck that I want that's on my list right now. These are the top 5. I have a lot more tarot and oracle decks on my list that I want to buy this year, but these are the ones that are the standouts that I'm probably going to just break down and buy these and not wait for a special event to come up for somebody to gift these to me. So the last one is called the Sacred Self-Care Oracle Deck. It's a 55 card deck. I loved the messages in this deck. I'm going to show you some of the images on screen. It gives you actionable things that you can do to help reset your energy and really focus on your self-care. And all of the examples that they give are things that I could totally see myself doing and having it just re-energize me. And if I'm feeling negative and I'm having a hard time snapping out of that, having that recharge me and focus me. So the first one I've got on screen, you see it's chanting. And not only do I like the whole idea of the things that I just spoke about, but the bright, vibrant colors are a good positive vibe. They have a good positive vibe coming from them. And I love the artwork. It's very basic, but it appeals to me. So this next one is Take a Walk. And this almost for some reason reminds me of a stomach and intestines. I guess that's because I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy lately. Binge watching, COVID binge watching. We're all doing it, I know. I kind of associate taking a walk with kind of resetting when your body's not feeling right, taking a walk and resetting that. Not just your energy, but just your physical body too. Spend time with animals. Soak in a bath. Positive affirmations. Spend time with friends. I gotta tell you, that image, spending time with friends, is so appealing right now with everything that's going on. I miss that. I miss that a lot. So you can see why some of those images appealed to me. So now it's my turn to ask you a question. Do you have any, well, first off, I want to know, do you have any Rider-Waite-Smith decks that you're absolutely in love with that don't cost a fortune that you can recommend? I have quite a few in my collection, but I'm always looking to add to that. And then I'm also looking for tarot decks that are very positive and focused on white light and energy, positive energy, that are caring, that are comforting. I do have a lot of decks that meet those adjectives in my collection, but I'm always open to adding to it. And then also oracle decks. One of the things I'm focused on right now is helping people with coping skills, self-care, again, staying positive, affirmations, decks that you think work well with tarot decks, when you can mix the oracle decks in with tarot decks and do combined readings. So if you have any decks like that in your collection, or if you've seen any reviews of decks like those, please leave me a note down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'm totally open to checking out any decks that you guys recommend. I look forward to watching the videos of the others of you that are participating in 31 Days of Tarot, and I also am super excited about any recommendations that you all can make in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next time around.